Hey guys, DJ from Top Deck here. I'm going to do a deck tech on the Dragon Plant deck for the September 2013 format. It's been talked about a lot online. Some people, probably not anyone anymore after a couple days playing with the format, but some people thought that the Dragon deck wasn't very good anymore, and they're very, very wrong. So let's go over the deck. Play 3 Redox, 3 Blaster, 3 Tempest, and 3 Tidal. I don't think that needs much explaining. They're all free level 7 big monsters. You can still make rank 7s with them. They're all really good still. All their secondary effects are pretty broken, except Tidal's the least relevant in here. He's your only water monster, so you don't get to do as much cool stuff with him as the other guys, but the other 3 you get a lot of mileage out of. One important thing is to know, without the babies, the deck's less about playing Dracosax and rank 7s and more about synchroing. After those guys, we have a couple hand traps, 3 Maxi. I don't know how much special summoning will be in the format, but just by being an Earth and making Redox more live, this card's really, really good. And if you haven't played Dragons before, it's important to try to remove the non-Dragon cards for your Dragons so you can get more uses out of all of them. And 2 effect failures. Negating effects is good. It's a level 1 tuner, so you can make level 8s with your Dragons, which is kind of a big deal. Keep more stuff more in the middle. Sorry about that. Play 2 Mecha Phantom Beast Tetherwolves and 2 Debris Dragons. These are 2 of the normal summon monsters in the deck. You don't play too many of them. Normally you're either going to summon one of these guys, a Card Trooper, or a Tuner. What these guys do is let you put level 7 monsters in play to exceed with to make these Dragosax, or give you a lot of synchro options. Tetherwolf gives you a token when he comes into play, so you can synchro with him or the token, and in either order to make whatever levels you need. Plus he's just a 2500 beater on his own, which is good. And Debris Dragon brings back a lot of your little monsters, synchro as well with the tokens Tetherwolf and Dracosac make, and can bring back tuners so you can make 2 guys. There's a lot of plays there, and he's searchable with Tempest. It's pretty good. And 2 Card Troopers, like I just said before. Milling's a big deal when you need to fill your graveyard with fuel for the Dragons. He's level 3 for Debris and Earth for Redox. And the reason it's Plant Dragons, we have the Plant Engine, Lonefire, Dandy, and Spore. One cool thing is the Phantom Beast guys get their sacrifice effects. Or is this guy sacrifice with? I could be wrong here. Yeah, this guy's not sacrifice effect, just the not destruction effect on him, and might not be anything with Tetherwolf. I might have lied. I don't feel like going back to read it. But if you have Dandy tokens in play, this guy doesn't get destroyed, which is pretty sweet. And you can make a lot of synchros with Spore being level 1. You bring him up to level 4 with either of these guys. He makes a Star Eater with your Dragons, which is awesome. And they're all relevant types for your Dragons. And then we play Gores, because he's Gores. And both level 1 Dragon tuners. You can search them when you remove your Dragons and float free level 8 synchros with your other Dragons. It's really strong. It's 29 monsters, it's a lot. Don't know if anything in here other than the Tetherwolves has any real chance of coming out for the monsters, but let's go to Spells and Traps. I'm playing 3 enemy controllers right now. Might be too many. At the start of the format, though, I like to play cards like this. They give you a lot of options and a lot of matchups, so it's very good to max out on cards like that so you can do the most things all the time. This card's really good with Tetherwolf, too. He gives you free tokens, sacrifice, and plant stuff. Then 3 Sacred Sword of 7 stars. Digs you deeper, finds you your broken cards. It's a Pot of Greed if you remove a dragon. Play 3. You can actually remove a Tetherwolf with them too, if you normal summon it and get the tokens. It goes up to level 7, which is pretty sweet. Haven't done it ever, but it's sweet. And Dark Hole and Book of Moon, they go without saying. Like, they're just really good cards. And we play 1 for 1 and Foolish Burial. Dumping a dragon is pretty key. Like I said with Trooper, you need to get fuel in your graveyard to play your cards. You can also dump away Dandelion or Spore to make plays happen, which can lead to some really big explosive plays with these and your dragon cards. It's an important card in the deck. And we play 1 trap, it's Return from the Different Dimension. If you resolve it, you probably win the game. You're going to bring back a bunch of dragons and tuners and just go to town. It's really, really strong. That's it for the main board. Some cards I'm not playing that I think are really worth trying out are Dragon Ravine, Forbidden Lance, and Typhoon, depending on how back row heavy the format is. And cool build you can play is playing Skill Drain and Fusler Dragon and or Barbaros in place of some of your other creatures. It's a little bit slower, but it lets you play a much better long game. And go over the extra deck real quick. Like I said, it's more synchro based than before, but we're still using 2 Mecha Phantom Beast Dragosax. It's not the 3 we used before, but it's still a really strong card for this kind of deck. And then 1 Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger? Yeah. He's really good against Scapegoat. 2600 free damage over them is very strong, and if 3 people might actually play the card now. And 1 Big Eye. Big Eye's broken, it's Brain Control. Then we play 1 Star Eater. Like I said, using Debris in a Dragon or Spore in a Dragon, you can make this guy. He's 3200 beater. It's really hard to answer, so it's a good card to play. We have Colossal Fighter, Crimson Blader, Red Dragon Archfiend, and Scrap Dragon at level 8. You have to play these guys because you can make them with Debris, since you can only make Dragon Synchros, so that's important. And then these cards are both insane. Crimson Blader is really good in the mirror and against Mermails, and Colossal Fighter is just an absolute house. And at 7, we play Black Rose. It might be right to play another 7. It's the level you make the most with Debris Dragon, but lately I found myself using them to make Star Eaters and other plays rather than just drop 7, so I'm just playing 1 Rose. And Orient Dragon's in here. Same thing. Debris Dragon makes him, he's level 6. You make him with Maxi. He's relevant type and a dragon. If this deck takes off and gets big, your opponent's going to have a lot of Synchros too, so removing them for free is value town. We play TG Hyper Librarian and Catastor. With the tokens, you find yourself making a lot of level 5s with Spores and stuff, and free cards are good. This is the next best level 5. And Armory Arm, I haven't made him yet, but with the Phantom Beast tokens, all your level 1 tuners make him, and he can just steal you games. And finally, Formula Synchron. The Dandelion tokens are level 1. You play a lot of level 1 tuners. With Hyper Librarian, it turns into draw 2 cards, and you can do some neat tricks with it and enemy controller. I don't have a sideboard built, so I can't share that with you guys, but feel free to ask any questions in the comments. I'm sure I can throw one up throw one up on there for you guys if you're interested. Thanks for watching.
2.